Craigslist started in 1995 as a humble email distribution list. It's come a long way since then, amassing billions of monthly page visits, but their website hasn't. What is this? In this video, I'm going to transform Craigslist, going from this old clunky 1990s design to a more modern, usable design. I'm going to immediately jump in with the homepage. The main reason people come to Craigslist is to buy stuff. So I'm going to add cards to the homepage. For each card, I want a couple of things. The title, how far away it is, when it was posted, the price, a rating of the seller, an ability to like the item, and an ability to discard it, as well as an image slider. That will give us all the important information in an easily digestible format. Okay, now that I'm happy with my quick mock-up sketch, I'll begin building the actual card. I made the title, price, and rating white to stand out as much as possible, but the distance and time posted can be a bit darker. To make liked posts distinct, I'm going to give them this nice purple underline and a purple heart. The only functionality remaining for the cards is the ability to remove them. There we go. This is already so much easier on the eyes. Now, what about when you actually click on a post? The main reason I want to click into posts is to see larger and clearer images, as well as the description. So it makes sense to have those lined up at the top. The description will be the only main content on the right, and it will scroll down for those users who like to write an essay. Down below the images seems like the perfect place for some key facts about the product, as well as a map showing where it is. This also helps visually frame everything in. The only things really remaining are links. I want a phone link, an email link, and then off to the side we can have like a report, a share, favorite, and delete. And I'll add the date it was posted below the description. Okay, now that I'm done with that mockup, I'll make the real one. Add the description in here, the contact buttons, and links. That should do it. Honestly, the design didn't need to change much for this part, but dark mode just makes it look so much better. I'm going to take Craigslist's complicated mess of links at the top and turn it into a simple footer. I'll also add a show more button so users can continue to scroll the latest postings. Now for the complex part. Turning all these filters and categories into an easy to use nav bar. I'll do this by creating a search bar that's split into multiple parts. There will be a section for the actual search, of course, but then I'll have a spot to change the location, a spot to change the filters, and a spot to change the current category. When you scroll up the page, the search bar will automatically snap to the top and the nav bar will be sticky, so you'll always be able to access it. So I've added the filters and the site section, but the location section isn't going to appear until the search bar is snapped to the top. That's because I want to add this little message at the top, something like find deals in, and then you choose the location. The above the fold is still looking a little too much like the original site, if you know what I'm saying. Boring. So I spiced it up with a map of the location they selected in the background. And here's what the nav bar would look like as they navigate down the page. For the site section category, I'll add a drop down, but let's be honest, I don't think anybody comes to Craigslist for anything beyond trying to find a cheap deal on a used car. Like, who's out here on the Craigslist forums? How is this even still a product? Okay, up next, I have arguably the most important thing, filters. I'm gonna split this into 3 different sections. The first section is going to be filters that could be applied to any product, so things like price or how far away it is. The second section is going to be category specific. So if we select cars and trucks, we're going to get things like title or drivetrain, miles on the car, things like that. The last section is going to consist of previous filters. This will allow you to easily switch between different products to look at without having to regenerate your list of filters every time. I think with a button to reset and a button to apply, that should finish up the mock. I've tried to keep everything here pretty basic to remain true to the whole Craigslist simplicity theme that they seem to love. I mean, they haven't changed their site in like 20 years. I'm actually a big fan of Craigslist's login and sign up form. It's pretty basic, and I feel like all the modern forms have like 20 different ways to sign in. It's like, give me a break. So I'm going to draw inspiration from Craigslist here and go with a simple form. Just a username, password, or username and sign up. Pretty basic. The last pop-up menu that I need to create is for creating a listing. I'll also split this modal into 3 sections. The first section will have the basic details like the title, price, description, and adding an image. The second section will be for personal information, so your address, your phone number to contact, and your email. The last section is going to differ based on the category that you're posting to, similar to the filters modal. This is the information that's displayed when you actually click on a post below the product images. So things like the title or odometer, paint color, stuff like that. I think we only need 2 buttons down here, one for previewing it and one for publishing it. I'll add the uploaded images kind of trailing off to the right of this image icon here, and then I put the category in a slightly brighter gray to kind of distinguish it. Not sure if I really like that. And that's the full redesign. Beyond just being more visually appealing, I think this just makes everything easier to use, and navigating around the site is just much more intuitive. What do you think? If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks.